Coming up on this edition of the Bluffton News, we have great news about the USCB athletics program, as well as a cool opportunity for aspiring young basketball stars. All that and, of course, the latest headline business and entertainment news right now on the Bluffton News. Welcome to the Bluffton News. I'm Anneliza Itkor, and these are Bluffton's current headlines. Miguel Santos Abarca, 42, was arrested Friday and charged with 1 count of first-degree criminal sexual conduct after a woman told officers that he sexually assaulted her June 9th near Mallet Way in Bluffton. The woman told authorities that Abarca grabbed her by the neck, threatened her, and sexually assaulted her, leaving her lying on the ground beside her parked vehicle. The woman was able to provide investigators with a detailed description of her alleged assailant and his vehicle, which helped officers locate and arrest Abarca. 19-year-old Bluffton resident Demetrius Arroyo was arrested late Thursday by the Bluffton Police Department for allegedly setting fire to a camera used to photograph deer and other game at night at Pinecrest Golf Club. During questioning, he admitted to stealing or helping to steal 16 cars since late May. Arroyo also helped guide officers to 2 other vehicles reported stolen from Bluffton subdivisions Wednesday that were submerged in a pond in the Wellstone of Bluffton development. Sheriff's Office investigators said Arroyo, along with Kevin Alvarez, 17, of Bluffton, and an unnamed juvenile, stole the vehicles. Most were left unlocked or with the keys nearby, taken on joyrides, then ditched. Many were stolen from gated communities, including Rose Hill, Moss Creek, and Berkeley Hall. Authorities suspect the teens entered the communities on foot through nearby neighborhoods. In all, authorities have received reports of 19 cars stolen since May 21st, and the teens are believed to have been responsible for the majority of the thefts. And the University of South Carolina Beaufort has big plans for its athletic program. In order to realize them, the school decided it needs a permanent athletic director and announced last week that it has started a nationwide search for someone to fill the position full-time. Kim Abbott was USCB's first athletic director, helping the school launch its program and join the NAIA in 2007. She resigned her position as men's golf coach the following year to focus on the AD job full-time. Ty Rajkovic, the USCB softball coach, has been interim athletic director since June 2010 when Abbott left to take on the same position at Columbia International University. USCB Chancellor Jane Upshaw said in a news release that she never intended for a head coach to serve permanently as the athletic director. She emphasized the athletic department's need to raise money and plan long-term for on-campus facilities. The university plans to fill the position by September. And the Jasper County School District's school board approved consolidation for the 2012-2013 school year. The vote was 5-3 with 1 abstention to have elementary schools at both facilities, the middle school in Hardeeville and the high school in Ridgeland. The schools had split in 2007. Superintendent Vashti Washington said more courses can now be offered, as well as more sports, including wrestling, golf, and tennis. The school will compete in Class AA. STEM magnet and virtual programs will now be offered with additional courses, including more journalism classes, advanced course, and honors art. The high school is expected to have approximately 814 students, the middle school to have about 660 students, and Ridgeland and Hardeeville elementary schools to have 1,800 students, respectively. The amount of money that will be saved by consolidating is estimated to be about $500,000. And Rose Hill Plantation dedicated a park last week to Bill Baker for his service and dedication to Rose Hill since moving here in 1989. Instead of enjoying free time during his retirement with his wife Evelyn, he put his experience as a Texas cowboy and farmer and pipe fitter to use by leading a group of resident volunteers known as the Baker Brigade to take care of the common grounds by mowing, trimming, and painting. He managed the equestrian center and golf course until an operator could be found, as well as cleaned the drainage canals. He can even still be seen driving a backhoe at times. Residents of Rose Hill voted unanimously to name the park after him because of his tireless and continuous efforts to improve the plantation. And here's what's happening around the state. Divers have recovered the body of a man listed as a registered sex offender who disappeared while swimming in Lake Monticello. Authorities recovered the body of 24-year-old Jonathan Corngay of Chester County on Saturday afternoon. The Fairfield County Sheriff's Office says Corngay swam outside the roped-off swimming area and didn't resurface. The Department of Natural Resources says Corngay was wearing a monitoring band on his ankle, but the device didn't help divers find him because the water disrupted its frequency. Corngay was convicted in 2009 of attempting to commit a lewd act on a minor. And finally, actor Tom Berenger is suing Beaufort lawyer Dean Bell, who he says cost him more than $100,000 after advising him to sign a prenuptial agreement without reading the document. The lawsuit says Berenger hired Bell to represent him in 2005 when an attorney for Berenger's third wife proposed an amendment to the couple's prenuptial agreement. Berenger says Bell told him to sign the amendment, which, unbeknownst to him, entitled Patricia Alvarin to a cut of his earnings she had previously waived. Berenger married Alvarin in Beaufort in 1998. The couple divorced in 2011. Bell has not yet responded to the suit. For more information on these and other stories, please check out the media sources you see listed on your screen. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Coming up, BJ Frazier of the Bluffton Sun has an insider's view of what's making news as the Bluffton Sun brings you hot off the presses, and Shellie Hodges is on location with the Bluffton Business Report when we return. Welcome back to the Bluffton News. Joining me now is BJ Frazier of the Bluffton Sun. So BJ, I understand that the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce is making some new efforts to promote tourism in our area. Give us some of the details.
Sure. Well, as you know, they promote in regional and national magazines, and they do outdoor advertising. But what's new is that they received a $45,000 grant from the Beaufort County ATAX Committee. And they are going to mount a billboard campaign on I-95, outdoor advertising. And it's going to be a 6-month trial and see how they do. And if it goes well, they're going to continue on with it. And the campaign is going to tout the small town charm, the cultural activities in primarily Old Town. And it should be very good. It's been well received. A couple of the committee members voted against it. They thought that outdoor advertising wasn't exactly the right venue to promote, but we'll see how it goes.
Gotcha. Well, it's exciting because they're definitely highlighting the things that we love about Bluffton. Now, switching over to a little bit of a tougher topic, what are the challenges right now that are facing those who are homeless in Bluffton?
Well, you know, it's funny. There are about half a dozen shelters for animals, pets, dogs, and cats and so forth, but not one for the homeless population, which is growing during these tough economic times. And there's a guy that is a local resident, Ted Favada, who's been working with the homeless. That, you know, there's probably 100 to 200, 300 in the Low Country, and there's, you know, several dozen in Bluffton itself. And these people live in tents, they live in abandoned cars, they live in abandoned homes. And he's trying to put up a plan to develop a homeless shelter, whether it's to build a new one or to take an existing structure. And he's working with local developers and landlords to see what he can do. And, you know, it's a noble effort, and we'll see how he does.
Well, I certainly hope that that moves in a positive direction.
And if you want to hear more about it, you can look at this week's Bluffton Sun. We've got a pretty good story on the whole topic.
Great. All right, we'll do that. Now, how about ending your report on a little bit of a happier note?
Absolutely. Clarice Walker announced her pending retirement as CEO of the Low Country, the United Way. And she's been with them for 35 years and the last 18 years as CEO. And she's grown annual donations from, I believe, $768,000 to an annual revenue of $2.5 million. And we got to keep in mind that the agencies that they help have grown from 13 to over 40. So it's a wonderful organization, and she's going to have a well-deserved retirement, and kudos to her.
Well, we certainly send much gratitude and appreciation out her way. Thanks so much, BJ.
Thank you, Anneliza.
And now, here's Shellie Hodges with today's Bluffton Business Report.
Hi, Anneliza. We are here today with Jobito and Efrain Hernandez at the El Super International La Fiesta. They are celebrating their grand opening and ribbon cutting today here in Bluffton at Sheridan Park. Now, Jobito has been in the Bluffton area for a while. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to have this lovely store here.
Well, first of all, with the help of God, we have been here 5 years. We have been open for everybody.
Now, but you've been in Bluffton for how many years have you been here?
5 years.
5 years?
5 years.
And you started, your store was not originally here. You actually started another location.
Yes, we started in Hilton Head, and that was 10 years ago, which we had a bakery and a restaurant. Everything was separated, but now we have everything together.
Okay. Now, Efrain, tell us a little bit. Now, y'all just don't serve just the Bluffton area. You're a little bit regional. Where else do you go, and what do y'all do outside of Bluffton? Tell us about that.
Okay. We're currently going doing deliveries on Charleston, Savannah, and we're also going to Brunswick, and we deliver like bread right now. And,
okay.
We're trying to, starting delivering like produce and groceries, and that's the goal.
Okay,
Yeah.
So it's a really big business. This isn't just a restaurant or just a grocery store. It's almost like a mini mall here, and it's wonderful. And tell us about, you serve the community, and tell people, who do you want to come to your store and come see El Super and come see what you've got to offer.
We want everybody to come. We have different products from Central America, Jamaica, and every single product. If we don't have it, you name it, we'll bring it.
Yes, okay. And we are really excited to have them here, and this is a great opportunity for our community to come together as a whole and support businesses like Jobito's and Efrain's. And we're just happy to be here, and we look forward to serving with them.
Thanks, Shellie. When we return, Justin Jarrett of USCB's athletic department and Future Stars basketball camp's Aurel Stuart talks about our present and future star athletes right here on the Bluffton News. Welcome back to the Bluffton News. Now, the USCB Sand Sharks had a pretty exciting baseball season this year. In fact, for the first time, the team went to the NAIA World Series. Well, here to tell us all about it is Justin Jarrett. Welcome, Justin.
Hi, Anneliza.
First off, give us a little bit of an idea of the impact that it will have, this World Series trip. What is that going to do to the future of USCB athletics?
Well, it may be a few years before we really completely understand the impact, but certainly it's a once-in-a-lifetime type of situation to be able to make it that far. In only our 4th season of baseball, to be one of the last 10 teams standing and make it out to Lewiston, Idaho is just phenomenal. And we hope it has a great impact on recruiting, especially because we had 19 seniors on this year's team, many of them part of that first inaugural team 4 years ago. So we have a lot of holes to fill on the field, and we hope that this will really help on the recruiting trail.
Yes. Now, those 19 seniors that you mentioned, are any of them going to be going on to professional baseball?
Yeah, a few of them have prospects at the next level, and the most notable one, of course, is Michael Heesh, the big left-handed pitcher who was our ace this season. He was drafted in the 8th round by the Chicago Cubs and has already signed, and he's a hometown boy, too. He's from the outskirts of Chicago, so he's happy to be playing for the Cubs. He's down in Arizona now for extended spring training and should be reporting to Boise for rookie ball soon. And then we have a few other guys with some prospects. Colton Rudd was one of the original Sand Sharks. He's headed to Canada to play ball, and a few other guys are playing summer ball, hoping to get noticed and maybe picked up as free agents this summer.
That's great. Well, I'm a bit of a Cubs fan myself, so I'll be watching for him. Now, August is going to mark the 5-year anniversary of the launch of the USCB athletics program. Where exactly do you see the program going in the next 5 years?
Well, I really think it's a critical period for us. We've had great success these first 5 years, obviously with teams going to the World Series, the men's and women's golf team both finishing in the top 10 in the nation several times. So we're trying to build on that success, and really the next step for us is we've got that foundation built. It's now time to kind of go to the next level, and one of the things we're really focused on is fundraising for on-campus athletic facilities. folks may not know, but we're still actually operating out of trailers on campus in the athletic department. It's kind of a temporary situation, and then the budget and economy being what it was, we're still doing that, but we're hoping we have plans and everything in place, just trying to raise some funds to get some permanent facilities built on campus and then hopefully move more of our sports on campus. Right now, just women's soccer is playing on campus, and they're sharing a recreation field, so we're looking for permanent athletic facilities, hopefully baseball, softball, maybe even tennis courts on campus, and that's really the next step in the growth of intercollegiate athletics at USCB.
That's exciting. Well, we'll have to see if we can get some Sand Shark fans out there to support your efforts. Best of luck, Justin.
Thanks so much.
On June 18th, the Future Basketball Stars camp kicks into gear, and Aurel Stuart is here to give us all the details. Aurel, thanks so much for being here.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Now let's start off. What is the inspiration behind Future Stars Basketball Camp?
Well, actually, the Future Stars program is a joint venture between two current professional basketball players, Michael Hall and Sydney Holmes. They use the summer programs, if you will, as a way of reaching students and helping them develop. They happen to believe that all youngsters have the potential to be future stars, whether that be in basketball, in business, education, or any other endeavor. They try to put together a program that is structured so that learning about basketball and life in general is done in a very fun and constructive manner.
Now, who exactly are the coaches that are involved with this program?
Okay, both again are professional ball players. Sydney Holmes was an outstanding student athlete at Lewis University, where he still holds the record for being a small forward and most rebounds, most block shots in the history of the school. He went on to play basketball in the European League and was voted the most valuable player in the Portugal League. Michael Hall played at George Washington University, went on to play with the Washington Wizards, and is currently playing in the EuroLeague as well.
So you were talking about how the kids are not only going to have a lot of fun and, of course, learn some basketball skills, but it's also a bit more of a life experience. Tell us a bit more about what campers can expect to gain from your camp.
Right. The way the program is structured, from the live demonstration, the drills, the involvement with other team members, okay, the carryover effect is going to be this, that they're going to remember from this camp, okay, that in order to have a winning attitude throughout life, that you've got to first and foremost master the basics, that you've got to hone your particular skills, you've got to expand your range of capabilities, you've got to have a commitment to continuous learning. Okay, and more importantly, you've got to understand how you can fit within a team concept. That's the underlying premise behind the Future Stars program. We teach you about basketball, but the carryover effect is going to impact how you live your life in the future.
Well, I'm sure that you're going to show the kids a great time and also give them experience that will impact the rest of their lives. Thanks so much, Aurel.
All right, thank you.
This week, entertainment reporter Rodney Vaughn is hanging out with Lisa Cappano from the Old Town Bluffton Merchants.
Thanks, Anneliza. And I'm here today with Lisa Cappano, and she is the event organizer for the Shag and Drag that's coming up this next weekend, Saturday the 23rd on Calhoun Street. Now, there aren't that many people on the street today, but we look for a few thousand to be here this weekend, correct?
Absolutely. Last year, we were lucky enough, first time to have the event, and we had about 2,000 people from all over the coast. This year, we're hoping to double that.
So 4,000 people on this street, Calhoun Street, and the event's going to run all the way from down to Seven Oaks to May River Road, and we're going to have music at one end, and the music's going to be provided by East Coast Party Band, correct?
Correct, and again, we're lucky to have them. They are one of the best bands in the area, coming down from Charleston, just great shagging music, 13-piece band.
Awesome, awesome. I know they're a really big band. It's great sound. And then on the opposite end of the street, we have classic cars, hot rods, cruisers, and that type of event.
Absolutely. You can vote on your favorite car, check out all the cars. It's free at this end of the street from 4 to 6.
Awesome. And then the band starts from 6 to 9, and that's a $5 cash admission.
Exactly. And that'll be down towards the end of the street, towards the river.
That's good. And if people want to get something to eat or something to drink, we'll have that as well?
Yes. Many local vendors, beer, wine, sodas, all cash, and It'll be great.
Great times for everybody. So we're going to don our t-shirts, and you can don your poodle skirt and bobby socks. And we want everyone to come out and join us on Calhoun Street, and that's Saturday the 23rd from 6 to 9 for the band and from 4 to 6 for the car show. And back to you, Anneliza.
Thanks, Rodney. Up next, we'll meet our special pet of the week when we come back from the break. Welcome back. The Bluffton News featured pet this week is Eddie. Trying his best to be brave, Eddie is learning how to venture out into the great big world and explore the possibilities. Although timid, this rat terrier chihuahua mix likes to cuddle and is comfortable with his fellow canines. His scruffy mug is hard to resist, and his tender heart is sure to win you over. To learn more about Eddie or for more information about other adoptable pets, please contact Brookshaven Animal Rescue at 843-757-7387. Thanks for joining us for the news program that is all Bluffton all the time. I'm Anneliza Itkor for the Bluffton News. We'll see you next time.